there's something notably this season, something I've noticed in our games this season, and that is dropping points from leading positions. It happened against Liverpool. It happened against Chelsea. That was the most painful part of it all. You get me? And it happened against Manchester City.
Yeah.
And when we are leading, we don't know how to hold it down. And I think that has cost us a lot of points this season so far. What do you think? What do you think the cause is? Because by this time last season, we had not conceded this number of goals we've considered so far.
Yes, that's right.
So, do you feel like I'm about to sound controversial, but I'll say it anyway. So, do you feel like there's a shift in the system?
You ask a question, do you think there is a shift in the system? Purely there is a shift. Arsenal of last season, we don't have this defensive mindset. When they are leading you, they are beating you. But since this season, Arsenal have developed this kind of mentality. Let's defend what we have first. If you take a look, the 8 points they blew away, those 8 points in those 4 draws, Brighton, Man City, Chelsea, and who did they? Liverpool. If you calculate it, when Arsenal were 1 goal ahead, it was when they wanted to defend that goal, they equalized them. None of those games that they were pressing and the goal enter is when they sit back. Against Brighton, we were ahead of that game with 2 goals to 1 before they gave that red card. Immediately they gave the red card, we sit back. And they get the equalizing goal. Against Manchester City, we were also ahead with 2-1. And we played defense all through from second half. That dying moment, they were able to break the defense. Against Liverpool, it was when we were still able to, not when we were still sitting back, trying to use counter. That was when Liverpool equalized us. Same thing with Chelsea. Immediately we scored Chelsea, we were not drawing back. And immediately Chelsea got that equalizing goal, we step out again.
So that's why I'm asking, what is the shift?
That is the shift. That mentality of Arteta have brought in recently. Once we get this goal, let's defend what we have.
Brady, do you agree with that?
I feel like last season, yeah, the mentality was mad. Like we had like this monster mentality, the Arsenal team and all.
That is it.
But this season, since like it's like a different Arsenal altogether. And it's not even just the defense, the attack, the midfield,
the team,
and everything. So in football, yeah, once the whole shift happens, yeah, it affects everything about your team.
Yeah.
You understand, from the mentality and all. So another factor again, I think that affected the whole Arsenal defense and all was Odegaard going injured. You understand? Odegaard going injured changed everything. And if you notice, when Odegaard is playing, we defend from the attack.
Yeah, we press.
We press and all. So immediately Odegaard went off injured, it was a big issue for the Arsenal because we weren't pressing again. The defense we are always making mistakes, and then that leadership quality again, it's something that was missing when Odegaard went off. So Odegaard being off changed the dynamics, and secondly again, like Mr. Joe said, the mentality this season has been but I feel we'll go back to our winning ways. You understand, we just need to find our reading back. Odegaard is back, and everything will change eventually.
By this time last season, I think the mentality was same because we did not have a good start last season until we went to Dubai.
Yeah.
That was when we came back and we started playing the same kind of football. But for me, I feel like we have not had good control of the midfield. I feel like to dominate the game, your midfield has to dominate.
Yeah.
You understand? And if you look at the Chelsea game, Chelsea equalized when the midfield dropped back. You don't expect your defense to come and play midfield.
I don't like a situation where something is affecting a team, they will be pointing at a particular player. So the truth is just that look at the Brighton game. We draw back because of red card. If you watch that game, immediately they gave us red card.
Declan Rice.
What?
Declan Rice. No, Declan Rice. And who were left with two? Thomas Partey. Simple. What I'm saying is fact. Declan Rice and we are left with Thomas Partey. We have to go back.
Okay.
You had the red card, so
You have to go back.
to
You understand? Man City, Trossard, another midfielder. You go back.
Okay. Bournemouth that
Saliba.
Arsenal 2-0.
Saliba.
That was in midfield now.
Red card. You have to still go back.
Okay, now, okay, listen. The point is, going back is not the issue. I've made this statement before. Something you cannot do perfectly while giving it attempt. I've told you the only game Arsenal draw back to play defense that I don't have any challenge with was against Man City, because I believe Man City is purely ahead of them in terms of statistics and everything, in terms of possession. Even last season we were totally with level. Arsenal played defense all through. In our second leg that we were able to derive 1 point from their from Etihad. You get it? That is, I don't have problem with that. There are some certain clubs you play, you come out and play irrespective of the red card. That is just the fact. If we start supporting this mentality irrespective of who you are playing because of red card will surely affect a team. It will keep on affecting them.
We lost to Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium with 10 men. 2-0. Man still lost with 11 players on the pitch. so this I feel like this thing football, you understand? This thing football is, I feel like I cannot fault a coach, you understand, for trying to be conservative when you get a red card, for trying to actually manage the game. You get me? I cannot fault Mikel Arteta for that.
Yes, it's a game management.
Okay, wait. We are talking about the game between Arsenal and
Bournemouth
and Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
When we bounce back to this issue, who do you want to fault for Arsenal blowing away 8 points when they were ahead in those 4 games?
The Liverpool,
Man City, Brighton, and Chelsea.
Chelsea. Okay.
Who will you fault there? Then you will not be calling individual players.
You can't pinpoint any player.
Did you get it? Because it's the same. That is the same pattern of mistake. Why did Arsenal blow away those 4 points? It's as a result of the instruction. It's instruction, because player cannot just sit down and start playing back.
I think
it's an instruction.
Let
team doesn't just wait back and start playing defensive game without instruction being given. Let's be sincere here. One thing I always said: if a team is doing quite well, you give credit to who? To the coach.
You fine. I agree with you here. You cannot pinpoint one person and blame that person. It's football and it's a team game. You understand? It's a team generally, but the issue here, the problem, is the fact that the team, like I said before, the team this season is not, that winning mentality is not there. You get, everything still boils down to the mentality. Everything still boils, because the coach will not instill that. The coach will not come out and play the game for you. Do you get?
Okay, so, wait. Let me ask you this question. You said, you are very good, say this season that winning mentality is not there. Whose duty is that?
but
whose duty is that?
But if we are being critical, let's look at how we've dropped points. Let's leave sentiment and look at how we've dropped points. Manchester City red card to Trossard, we are leading that game. Liverpool injury to Gabriel Magalhaes and Timber. Liverpool got the second goal. Before that goal came, we are leading the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
You understand? Bournemouth red card to William Saliba.
Yes.
So the one of the game I felt that we were so bad that we deserved to lose that game was the Newcastle game. So if we are being accurate in our analysis, we can see that the games we've lost or the games we've dropped points, you understand, something happened in those games.
Yes.
And happened to key figures.
Yes.
The Brighton game was Declan Rice. We know how important Declan Rice is in our midfield. And the red card was not even a deserved red card.
Yes.
The one against Man City was another red card that's questionable.
But
And then,
those are the only two that we've derived red card.
and then the injury to Gabriel and Timber, where you don't even have Saliba on the pitch.
We know those things.
So
Listen,
if you're looking critically at where you've dropped points, you cannot just look at the manager and ignore the circumstances. You get me?
Yeah.
Because in those circumstances, what do you expect the manager to do? In that same City game, Timber left the game at some point. Timber left the game. Calafiori left the game at some point. Against Liverpool, Timber left. Gabriel left. Who did we bring in? Skelly and Kivio. At that point in time, what is the manager supposed to do? Trust the ones that are on the pitch. And that's why I have an issue with players who come off the bench and don't make impact. You have just 15 minutes to stake a claim in the team. You cannot do it. And then fans, what we do is, when these players come on the pitch and they don't make impact, what do? Call the manager. Why don't we call these players? You understand?
Yes.
Why don't we call these
if
players?
we go in deep to this discussion, I bet you will sleep here. The fact is that those points you highlighted, you are totally correct. That is the reason I said when it comes to Arsenal, it is very quick to give harsh red card. Now, since this team have come to realize that officiating is not always on their side, that is where mentality comes to play. You get it? You must be prepared at all time. That is one of the basic factor. That is one of the basic factor. What we are struggling today is as a result of lack of finishers. When you have good front, Arteta knew he doesn't have good front that you can rely on at a very tight angle that will deliver him. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
So what he easily bounce back, the second choice at that point in time when this problem comes in is what? Defense. Because you know at the front, he knew at the front there is not much people who will do the damage work for him. That is just the basic fact.
Yeah.
And that is the reason I will still keep on blaming not just Arteta, the management. Arteta is not only the management that fail to do justice to the attacking fox.
Yeah, I think that particular topic is a different topic entirely. Like,
I'm telling you.
it's a topic we can even stay 2 hours, discussing about, because everybody knows that the management got it all wrong this season.